Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening, guys, depending on whichever time of the day that y'all are going to come across this video. I'd like to welcome y'all onto my channel, guys. If there's like kungeko anything mhlampe isuke mhlampe like trending that we can talk about nje, I'm just going to find a video or something, and then we just talk about that. And yeah, yo, as you can see nje, my energy is like, I am so puzzled. I am like, yo, check out this. I'll just play a very small part, and then what I'll also do, okay, another thing that I've also noticed is that when I say I'm going to do something, I don't. I'm going to leave the link in the description column below for you to be able to see or to check out the full video, but I will also summarize ukuthi zikhiphani with this video, and then we'll talk.
Ngisambule nje ngalithola. Ngize lapha ngizofuna usizo ngento sengiyenzile embi. Ngize la ngizofuna usizo ngoba ngabulala usisi wami after i-graduation. Manje angisalala ebusuku nginokumbona usisi wami, ngiyambona ebusuku njalo uma ngilele, manje ngifuna ukumsusa kumina.
Okusho ukuthi uyakupokela.
Uyangibhokela, ngihlale ngimbone egqoke igawuni, angisalali, ngisho ngihleli nje nabantu sengilungu ngihlale ngithuke ngimbone.
Manje imake sisi wami, uma sihleli kanje kungenzeka ukuthi umbone mhlawumbe vele kanje.
Ngiyambona abantu engisuke ngihleli nabo base bengamboni, usuke ebonwa yimina, eza kumina direct ekhala, ethola izandla ekhala, efuna ukubuza ukuthi kwenzakalani ngize ngimbulale nje.
Ingabe yini mhlawumbe wena eyenza ukuthi uze ubulala usisi wakho sisi wami?
Into eyadala ukuthi ngize ngimbulale ngoba mina nganginomona. Wayenza izinto nje ngendlela nje engayiqondi. Ngisho ekhanda emasithuni ethiwa siwashe izitsha, yena nje ethi yena ngeke i-graduate ngeke iziwashe izitsha. Nami ngagcina sengibona ukuthi lo ngoba nakhe siphumelele, uNkulunkulu usemthathile la wambeka ebalazweni, sesibuka njengabantu abangasile emakhanda. So nami ngagcina sengipicikeka-ke, nami ngagcina sengithatha isinqumo engasenza.
Hayi wena, mhlawumbe sekuyisikhathi esingakanani umbulalile usisi wakho?
Since last year kwenzeka.
Okay, kusho ukuthi last year nini mhlawumbe?
Last year ngabo March.
No. Imake. Wenza kanjani ukuze umbulala usisi wakho? Yini mhlawumbe le owayenza? Mhlawumbe abomndeni abasolanga ukuthi wena owambulala?
Hayi, abomndeni abasolanga. Mina nganginokuthi wayethanda into edliwe mina athanda ukuthi ayidle. Hayi, ngamfakela i-Retex etiyeni. Yangasebenza. Wagula, wayibhonqa phansi.
Guys, Shuti, apparently that girl, what she's saying is that she wabulala usisi wakhe, she unalived her sister. Reason being is jealousy, and the apparent root of all of that was their mother picking sides, their mother having a favoritism when it came to the sister who's no longer alive. Shuti, the sister, ended up being treated differently or in a special way compared to the other kids. The other kids, it's this it also includes this girl that you see or you saw on that clip. So this girl just basically mentioned some of the things that used to happen when her sister was still alive. Her sister would always what do you call it, would flex, or what there's this other word, libalekile legama, where umuntu echoma was felt like she was better than everyone in the house because she was educated. She was busy studying a UNISA, and she ended up graduating as a teacher, and she was rubbing that. Oh, wait, I just came back from work. I'm sorry. for the yawning every now and then. So she was just rubbing that in their faces. Yeah, that's the Lord I wanted to use. She was rubbing that in their faces that she's better, she's not going to clean the house, she's not going to do a chores, she's not going to cook, she's not going to do that each and every time when she would be studying or whatever. She would be shooting. This girl, apparently she has 2 kids already, and she's younger than her sister, her late sister, apparently. And then now this girl who passed away, or who was unalived by this girl, Shooty used to treat them very, very bad. The way that she's describing how she was treated and how they are all treated in Hlini, and it all seemed like the mother was just burying her head in the sand and was also kind of like condoning also the actions of the one who's no longer with us. Shooty, this one did speak about indaba ukuthi she first tried to use the right taxi, right taxi, no right taxi, because amanye amagama, but it did not work. And then she started walking another mama, ehambe mama, to try and omunye umuntu to help her to make her sister go crazy, stupid, and all of that. But all of that did not work. It did not work. The only thing that ended up having to work was the poison that she used of it, as she's saying, Gucci. You'll also see that when you listen to the whole video. She says Gucci, they went to Groove and stuff like that, and that's when she was able to put a poison in the brutal fruit, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that they were drinking brutal fruit, the baby poos and all of that. And then that's when the poison started taking effect, because that same night, that's when it all happened, when she ended up losing her life because of her sister. Now what this girl also spoke about was this thing of her mother, not treating them fairly and all of that. I also know this other family where it ended up happening that once the son ended up getting the job of the one that he ended up getting, the mother ended up being a slave, ended up doing everything for the child. Now the child is no longer fixing the bed, the mother must do that and this and that and all of that. That is wrong. I do not want to lie to you. Okay, before I even speak to our parents, it is wrong to, even for us or for any one of us who has reached a certain level in life in terms of impumelelo or success, it is very wrong to not be humble. It is very, very wrong. Just something that I want to also correct this girl you saw when she spoke about indaba yokuthi life, we do not choose impilo, the lives that we live. She was the other girl was just blessed ukuthi uNkulunkulu blessed her with her being able to go and study and all of that. Yazi, that saying, I feel like it was right, but the person was saying it's wrong, because I feel like you're not supposed to be like impilo awusikhetheli ekubeni wena uhambe wayomita. You're not supposed to say that. That saying just does not, that saying just is not applicable to you when uhambile wayomita. Ukhethele impilo evele yakuthatha kumitis, uvele walala wavuka ngesasa usumita because of life. Akuso wahamba wavula imilenze kabili bese uzobuya la uzositshela ukuthi wena impilo awusikhetheli. Kanjani guys? Cha leyo fanele ichaze cha sengiyabhore. Leyo kanjani ke? Kanjani? Yazi, this, I feel like this saying was only going to be applicable if bekuyisimo sokuthi both of them bahambile bayofunda. baye uma beqeda ukufunda boy-2 oyi-1 wathola umsebenzi lo myaka akawuthola umsebenzi, then we can lean towards that saying. But wena nje uvula inquza nje kuphela, hayi akwahle wena, awukahle nje, kahleke kahleke lapho nje uyasinyela. There are people who are supposed to be using, kufana nalabantu who be using Me Too movement only to find out ukuthi le Me Too movement bona banamanga ezwake, banamanga. There are people out there who really need the movement, of which at the end of the day this movement igcina isiba useless because of such people. Same thing even applies with this saying, lo angazositshela lento asitshela yona ke, angalinga nje azositshela lo doti athi impilo awusikhetheli, because esimeni sakhe angeke. Even umama wakhe did say that wena nje into yazi ukuzala, that's the only thing wena good kuyo, and very good in that. If you had ingane yokuqala, okay, sisaqamba manga, we can lie to each other and say, yo yazi beku mistake. Ungathi I mistake kanjani uhambe ulala nomfana without condom? Why futhi uzulala nabafana? Yeah? Wala nomfana wena usebenza awunalutho, in nothing. Why? Next thing you want to come back and tell us that impilo you do not get impilo for yourself. To speak with those aba pushile ngempilo and all of that, it's very important to be humbled. It is very, very, normally people will be like, imali amshitsha umuntu. No, imali enhances umuntu. If you're a fucked up person, you will be way more, you'll be beyond the repair once you have money. Point blank period. Money does not change anyone. The only thing that a person might do, uzozama ukuzifihla and bury their head in the sand and try to hide their true colors. If once mabesa se broken, they still need help. But once they start popping, that's when we can be unleash ama true colors abo nama politicians abo over fucked up and revealing what they are effed up people. It is very important to be humble. It is very important, because I also believe that if this girl was also not like that, I feel like everyone la wrong, but low beyond repair. If she was not all or rubbing all her success in her family's faces, she wouldn't be where she is now, man. She would not. She would not. Because I honestly do not see, or do not even see the need. What was the need for that? What? Yes, mama konak. When it comes to our parents honestly now, they need to chill, to fucking chill. Bang power ranch. Bang power. Yes, you'll find out mama was disappointed by this girl. They do not talk about the other child who's also one of the kids that they had, because I think she mentioned that it was the three of them. Umama Vela was definitely disappointed by this one. Pregnant, and they were pregnant times 2. Lowest pinned. So obviously, as even the mother just say, speaking about it, that was my only child that I had my hopes it was going to help this family. She was also not supposed to even show that. She was not supposed to do that. Because once you start as a parent doing that, that's when ingane is it kala, you are the one who's giving lengane permission indirectly. Yo with you isingaqali delele like hi. Isingaqali zenzele whatever efuna ukwenza like hi. It's the parents. Ingane regardless ukuthi ithenga impuphu la ekhaya, regardless ukuthi lengane ifundile la ekhaya isihlula sonke isiqenqa, lengane one thing they must know is that like inhlonipho ibalekile, and like sonke siyalingana. No one is going to be treated ngendlela engafani. We might singabe endle kuma levels afana, but in terms of respect, everyone is going to get the equal respect. Unfortunately, in families, it just does not work like that, and that never happens. Ukalwa ngemali. Your imali yakho is going to determine the amount of respect that you are going to get. Akusase even now nokufunda ke, because ukufunda there are people abafundile but only to find out abasebenzi. Uthola umuntu ongafundanga ukuthi uyasebenza, that person ends up being the one who ends up getting more respect compared to the person. Your pocket is what's going to determine the amount of respect that you are going to get. So lo mom also wrong. She was wrong. Also, there are also other parents out there who also do this. Ingane yakho, just because it's bringing in the bacon in the house and all of that, does not mean now you must be scared of your child. Because none of you guys, you also need to pay in, because there are also parents who are also scared of their kids. Even if you have a favorite child, you should never ever show that. You should never do that. Because what must happen with other kids? And that's why you also end up in situations like this. That's why we also end up in situations like this. And right, heavenly sent, next thing ends up resorting to becoming this kind of an individual. Even when she spoke about Indabogoti, this other girl who passed away, okay, who died. Ebe possible pants. Na bebanyela. Cha bebanyela. Ebebanyela nje. And I doubt ukuthi the mother did not know or did not see this child doing all of this. The mother was just, excuse me, lo mama lo ebe condone this whole yonkele behavior. In the name of ukuthi this child is the one who's going to uplift this home. This child is the only child who also by breadwinner and all of that. Yes, that is good and all of that, but it's wrong to do that. It is wrong. She was supposed to sit all these kids down. Then guy lazy ezandawon. Now lo mama lona is said something along the lines of how usungaze ubulala igazi lakho pho wena kodwa ubungaze uyeke lo athethe le ngane le esingasekho ithethe igazi layo kanje, because she was also supposed to call all of them and say that igazi lakho awuliphathi kanje, because egcineni kugcina sekuba khona inzondo. Lo usisi wakho, you must respect her regardless ukuthi kukanjani, regardless. Yeah. And the presenter now is speaking about into ukuthi kuzolunga ayikho into ezolunga bafethu. Lo mama ufuna ingane yakhe. She's in pain and that's that. And this one cannot bring back le ngane. Ayikho into angayenza ngaphandle ukuthi azale futhi. Because even umama khona ke naye, when this first she answered the phone, she was like, "Upregnant ke wena." Useyaziwa ke vele like ukuthi na liqhikiza elikhulu usezoqhikiza futhi. Nanokuthi axoliselwe ayikho into azoxoliselwa yona bafethu. Umkhozi nje uthi, and it was even nice of even nalo mama the fact ukuthi still was like ingane zakho ungishiyela abazukulu bami bese wena uyangiphumela. That was even nice of her having to say that ukuthi you can leave your kids. Abanye abazali bebexosha nengane zakho bekhike outside the door. And I saw a lot of people, even before I started going through the comments, I was like, amaphoyisa and up. Amaphoyisa, what about amaphoyisa? What about pele confession le? Na evidence. Amaphoyisa ke wona aphi? Kuzowenza njani? Because nale ntombazana when umama is kicking her out, she's refusing to leave. She's saying that she's not going anywhere. The only place that she can go is behind bars. Lo mama is supposed to go and open a case. And parents out there, you must learn to treat your kids the same way, regardless if you have your favorite and least favorite child. You need to treat your kids the same way. No one is special landing just because yena unjanja cha akusebenzi kanjalo. Wonke umuntu la ekhaya in terms of respect uzothola respect elinganayo, and ingane la ekhaya regardless ukuthi isiyasebenza or ayisebenzi, uyingane uyohlezi uyingane la ekhaya. Tell me what you think about this whole video. Yeah, in Boran le family, yeah.